If you have a story or a topic that you would like to explore with us, please get in touch using one of the links in the description. We are recording interviews now. All events depicted in this podcast are real. However, the names, locations, and some details have been changed for the privacy of those involved. Hello and welcome to Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire, a podcast that above all things is about family. I had grand dreams for what the first episode of Season 3 of the podcast would be like. Something new and exciting that we hadn't done before. Because this time we were going to tell other people's stories, not just our own tired ones. I even had the recording for the first episode all lined up and ready to edit. But sometimes things can happen that can change your plans. That's what this story is.
Alright, okay. It's recording now. How did he go? Is he alive?
We don't know yet. I called the police, took me 2 tries to get through it, rang out the first time.
I think that's normal for police, weirdly.
I've given the details. She's going to check the hospitals. She said for me to stay here and keep trying to knock on the door. And she said that the police have got a few priority calls first, so it might be an ambulance gets here first.
Oh my god.
So
if he's actually dead, are you going to be super upset? Like, how close are you with this guy?
Oh, I've known him for 3 years. He's a lovely guy.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I'll be quite upset, but I'm not going to be upset now because we don't know anything.
Before we continue with this phone call, I think it's important to hear Aria's recollection of the morning leading up to it.
Yeah, so I was driving to work and I was excited because there was a staff lunch that I had to organise that day. And when I got there, my boss said that Rich wasn't in and he hadn't called, which is strange. And my boss was starting to worry because Rich does have heart conditions. He's had a couple of heart attacks in the past and surgeries. So he asked me if I could drive over to his house and check on him.
In the aftermath of the incident, I found myself annoyed with Aria's boss's decision to make her play the nursemaid here. And I still think it's not right. But Aria remains firm that this was not a negligent act, and that welfare checks are just the sort of thing that you do for each other in a small, close-knit workplace like hers.
And I went, yeah, sure. And so I got in the car and I called you. Said, I got to go check on a co-worker. He hasn't showed up for work. He's got a history of heart attacks. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he's not dead. You were very supportive in your own way, I guess. He's definitely dead.
Well, I mean, come on. How else is this going to go?
Yes.
And in case you're wondering, it was after this first phone call that I started recording. Because, well, let's face it, I'm a fucking podcaster now. And the traumatic events surrounding the finding of a dead co-worker, well, that's the kind of thing that just might make great content.
So they don't know. I don't know if he's in there. I said I don't know.
Is there a window?
There is, but he's on the driveway's at his level, so I can only sort of stand up and have a look, and I can see in there, but I can't see anything. Just see the walls.
Holy shit.
Hopefully maybe one of the neighbours shows up and then maybe they can get access inside or they know the landlord or something.
Man, I think it's like he's probably dead, right?
I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking maybe it's a big misunderstanding. Maybe he's gone for a walk somewhere or he's found information and he's just upset or something, you know?
I know. I mean, I get that. My thing is always, though, I mean, you got to be prepared because if it is something bad, you need to be...
Yeah, it's in the back of my mind, but I think putting positive vibes out is better than putting negative vibes out.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, so I'm just waiting here for now. That's about it. And I knocked on his door a few times. He's not answering. None of the neighbours are answering because they asked me. I can try the other. There's another block around. Maybe I try there. Oh, sorry, there's someone. Give me a second.
Go get him.
All right, I'll be back.
She's just run off. She just saw someone because the neighbours were answering. She's just run off to see if these people know anything. But the police are they're checking under hospitals and stuff to see if he's in there. I gotta go to the gym soon. I'm just gonna wait. This is more exciting than the gym at the moment.
And as Aria frantically tried to find a way to locate her missing co-worker, I was left at home, waiting impatiently by the phone with Lily for updates.
Should I call her back?
You want me to stop this?
Yeah, I've got the someone's recording now. I'm going to call her back. The speaker on.
Person you are calling is
Okay.
not available.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. How'd it go?
There's nothing yet. The guy that lived there doesn't know who I should call for Strata or anything. He's like, I don't know. He goes, maybe you got a lift to work. I said, no, because he's not at work. I don't know. The guy that I talked to was not very helpful at all.
This is wild, man. It's wild that you're doing this too. Like, at work, they're just like, yeah, send. She can go, that's fine.
I'm the only person that could have gone.
Okay.
The boss had to stay at work because we're in the office. The factory boys are out doing the work in the factory and they're not really up for this. So,
Did you call the boss? Like, have you told him what's happened?
yeah, he said just because he was the one that said maybe check out at the lookout. But I said I'm going to stay here till people come because I want to be here.
What
No,
what does he think?
I think he's thinking the worst.
Yeah, I think everyone's thinking the worst. There's no
This is just completely out of character.
there's no smell or anything from her body. That's like, when was the last time you saw him?
Yesterday.
So overnight. It's hot though, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
The apartment blocks all smell like cigarette though, so there's not much else.
okay. Did he smoke?
Well, he said he didn't. He said he's quit, but debates. But we've never seen him, so who knows?
Oh my god. So what do you just got to wait for the police?
Yeah.
They'll take forever, man. I had it when my car got stolen, and like, man, it literally took like hours and hours before the police came.
Well, I said that he's got a history of heart attacks, so I think that's why she was sending an ambulance out as well, just in case.
Holy shit. This is crazy.
This is crazy. This is not how I thought my morning was going to go. We're meant to be having a staff lunch today. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I feel like kind of a dick, but I'm recording all this because I don't know. The podcast thing has ruined my brain because as soon as something happens, I'm like, get it on record.
That's great.
I'm like, oh, this will be a good beginning to season 3. Like, what the hell?
Sorry, I've got to go.
All right, go for it.
Sorry.
But when Aria said she had to go, she forgot to hang up the call.
I'll see if they're the ones that do it.
So, like a good little blood-sucking podcaster, I
Call
kept
the
right on
police,
recording.
to do a welfare check. So I'm not sure when they'll arrive. Perfect. Thank you. No worries. See ya. Alright. I'm gonna go.
That's
try
cool.
some
Just
real
call back.
estate.
I'm gonna head off to work now, but I'm just gonna keep the phone and the recorder with me. So I'll just so if anything happens, just call back and I'll jump on.
Alright, I will.
All right.
Alright, bye.
Bye bye. All right. So she just found out the real estate behind the property. So I think she's gonna try and call them. I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go to the gym.
You probably think you know what's coming. An elderly man, possible smoker, with a history of heart disease. Don't worry, I thought I knew too. And you might be right. Well, you might be partially right anyway. To find out, here's Aria's account of what happened next, after she got off the phone with me.
When I got hold of the real estate, the girl on there said, "Oh, I'll call the landlord and I'll let her know to come around. And if the police get there, tell them that she's happy to come around with the key if they need, so they don't like bust the door down or whatever." So I was just sort of standing there waiting, and then finally these 2 real estate agents arrived. There were 2 girls around my age, and we get to the apartment, and one of them says, "Did you want to come in?" I was like, "Not if he's dead, because I don't want to see that." And one of the real estate agents opened the door, and then she like looked in and she goes, "Oh, he's dead." And then I was like, upset because I worked with this guy for 3 years and he'd been training me. And then all of a sudden she goes, "No, he's not dead. He's breathing. We can hear him breathing." So then they sort of ran to his aid and I sort of lingered at the door. I could see him sort of having trouble breathing. Then I said, "Oh, don't worry, Rich. We're here. The ambulance is going to come. You're going to be all right." Then when I said that, he started struggling to get up, but only one arm and one leg was moving, and he was trying to struggle to get up, but he couldn't talk or anything. His face was bright red. And so one of the real estate had got on the phone to the ambulance and they'd asked if he had a defib because he's got known heart conditions. So me and the other real estate agent started looking for the defib. And as I'm walking with her, I said, "That's creepy." She said, "What?" And I said, "That's a picture of my face above his bed."
All right, hang on. Don't say anything yet. Just hold up. I'm just leaving the gym. Okay. All right, hold up. All right, go for it. I'm recording now.
You won't believe this. So the real estate agent came and they opened the door and he's on the ground. He's still alive, but he's obviously had a heart attack. But there's fucking pictures all over my house, all over his house of me. There's pictures of me all over his house.
There's pictures of you all over his house.
Yeah.
What?
Pictures of me that he's taken and pictures that he's taken off Facebook.
Fucking hell.
It's just the fuck. The real estate agents told me to leave because they were like, "This is what the fuck. Just go. They're gonna deal with it." What the fuck? They're plastered all over his shower. Pictures of me. They're plastered all over his shower. And there's one picture of me in his bed. Just me. Just pictures of my face and me.
It turns out that Aria's co-worker Rich had a little secret.
There's this A4 printout picture of a zoomed in wedding photo of me above his bed that he'd cropped from someone's social media. Mine's on private, so I'm not sure where he got it, but it was a picture of me. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I thought, oh, all right, don't worry about that now. This guy's dying. And we're looking for this defib, and we go around the corner, and you can see his shower. And there's just a collage of pictures of me all over the glass of the shower. But they were pictures of me from my social media, but also voyeurism pictures of me. He'd been following me outside of work, taking photos of me. And I just go, what the fuck? And then the real estate agent goes, "Oh shit, you've got to get out of here. You can't see this. This is too much." And ran past him struggling on the ground and ran through the front door and ran out to the street and was hyperventilating. What the fuck have I just seen? I work with this guy. He trains me. I go alone in his car to site measures and things. Sometimes I'm alone in the office with him. What the fuck? So I rang my boss and I'm like, "Rich is on the ground dying. He's had a heart attack or something. But there's all pictures of me above his bed and in his shower." And my boss is like, what are you talking about? And I was like, "He's been taking pictures of me. There's pictures of me that he's taken without me knowing. And there's pictures from my social media." And he's like, "I'm going to send someone to come and get you." It's "I'm going to let the real estate agents know that I'm going and they can deal with this." And he's like, "Don't go in there." And I said, "Oh, can you organise the lunch for today? Because I didn't get round to doing it." And he's like, "For fuck's sake, Aria, don't worry about the fucking lunch." I hung up the phone to him and I went back inside to the real estate agents and they were on the floor with him. And I said, "Look, I'm going to go because what the fuck?" And they both looked at me like, yeah, what the fuck, you get out of here. Like, you don't have to worry about this anymore. So then I jumped in my car, and that's when I called you and told you everything.
Hey,
Hey, sorry, I'm just leaving the gym. I just went and got my phone. This is the main thing, right? Like, do you feel like you're upset? What is it that's making you upset?
I'm just more like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck is right?
Like, what the fuck? I'm upset because I saw him on the ground struggling for life.
Fuck.
That's not
yeah.
a fun thing to see. And then, like, pictures of me all over his fucking shower and above his bed.
Where was he?
He was on the ground at the, like, he was in his underwear, so obviously he hadn't gotten ready for work or anything. I don't know how long he's been suffering there for. But, like, that's terrible.
Fucking hell. I don't even know how the fuck do you even
Comprehend what the hell?
Yeah, how do you fucking comprehend what just like what how is all of this possible? Just think about the events that took place. How the fuck is this even possible?
I don't fucking know.
Like,
the pictures that he's taken of me as well.
Did you get any signs of this from him talking to him?
He's just a lonely old guy. He's just nice. Like, he's just a lonely guy, but fuck.
It's just like, you have no fucking idea, right?
No.
And so, I mean, if he recovers and all that, would you be happy working with him, or would it be like, he needs to fucking go?
I don't know. He's just an old guy. Like, he's just a nice old guy.
He's still a nice old guy. I mean, everyone's got their stuff, I guess.
But there's pictures of me.
I mean, that's kind of a violation with all the pictures and shit.
Yeah, but there's pictures he's taken of me as well.
Like, you like smiling, or like voyeur pictures and stuff.
Voyeur pictures.
Fuck me, that's weird. You know, I don't believe in, like, I'm not like a religious guy or anything, but maybe there's something in there. I mean, letting you know about this as well, because it's too bizarre that all of this just happened like this.
It's fucking bizarre that, like, because I saw the picture of me above his bed, and I said, and then I said to really say, that's weird, that's a picture of me, and she goes, okay, and then she went into the bathroom, and I followed her, and then there's pictures of me plastered over here by a shower.
Fuck.
Just, like, fucking montage over his shower, and she goes, okay, yeah, yes, you go. Fuck. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Man, I've just stay the fuck away from that fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm not saying the guy should fucking be put in an institution or anything, but fuck, I don't know, man. Something's going on. Fuck.
But it's like literally like there was a reason I got sent out, and there's a reason that I saw it.
Yeah. What are the chances of that happening?
What are the fucking chances of that happening?
Like, that's why when you called me at first, my first thought was like, great, why are they sending you? Also, because you're like such a sweet person. It's like, why would they send you to go and see the fucking dead guy? Because it's going to impact you worse than anyone. Okay, look, main thing. The main message from me is that it doesn't change anything about you, so you don't have to feel bad about yourself.
I don't.
Well,
of course I don't feel bad. I'm not, like, I don't know. I'm heading back into work now to quickly talk. I think I have to take the rest of the day off, to be honest.
Take some days off work. Go and take some fucking time off work. I'm on the late today, but call me anytime you want. I'll talk to you, and then if need be, I'm on till 9:30 tonight. But call me anytime.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just in shock. That's all.
Yeah. I'm just imagine I'm hugging you right now, okay? I'm giving you a big hug.
Cute.
It's all okay. And just the one mantra is none of this is on you. Doesn't change anything about anything. It's actually external to you completely. It's this fucking guy who's got something going on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get into work. Just quickly talk to and then maybe go home.
All right.
I think.
Take care of yourself.
All right. I will. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
I'm not sure what happens to someone when they experience something like this. It's a dramatic realigning of the way they perceive their surroundings, with safe spaces becoming tainted and hostile, and friendly actors becoming threats.
Like you recovered seemingly pretty quickly.
About, I'd say, around 24 hours, I was pretty good.
Yeah.
This recording is an excerpt from a conversation that I had with Aria about 2 weeks after the incident.
The first day, I was in shock. I slept probably about 2 hours because every time I closed my eyes, I just kept picturing the whole situation. And so I just kept putting movies on all night and watching them until I was exhausted. And I was tossing and turning, and Riggins was really sweet. He woke up, yeah.
And then did you go to bed?
And I fell asleep in his arms. It was really nice. And then I woke up when he got up for work at about 5:30, and I was crying in bed just because I was like, this is so much. And then he's like, I'll take the day off. And I said, no, don't take the day off. I'm going to go see my coworker today. I'm going to call a heap of people, and it's all going to be all right.
I remember at the time thinking that Aria was going to need some serious professional help to get past all of this. But then a day later, she seemed fine.
I think once I had a cry in the morning, I was like, in my head, I thought he'd love it if I was upset about this, so don't. And then I was like, all right. And then I was okay. I just told my brain, no, he'd like this, so there's no point.
Do you think there's anything else there? Do you think it's something that's going to like come up again?
I don't think so. I just think it's good. I just talked it out with everybody. I just got it completely out of my system, and then it was fine.
I don't want to say that I don't believe what Aria is saying here, because I do. And every time that I've asked her since, she's always given me the same answer. So I'm certain that she's telling me the truth. I just feel like maybe there's a little more to it than even she realizes. I'm not going to try and explain this, it's complicated. But I do have a clip that I came across recently that might help illustrate the way that I feel more clearly. The recording comes from a conversation that Aria and Ellie had with each other while I went to take care of my screaming newborn baby.
Area kitchen into the bedroom. So it's like the first thing he saw when he walked through his door was the picture of my face.
Hang on,
above
I'm
his
off
bed.
again. I'll come back. I'm going to get her to sleep and then I'll come back. It'll only take me like 10 minutes.
So what I was gonna say is
Did you have it framed, like in a picture frame, or was it just, you reckon, stuck on like with blue tack or
no,
something?
it was just A4 printout stuck on with blue tack.
And it was just one picture? Was there any more on there?
Above the bed, it was just the one picture, but I don't know if there was more on the other side of the wall. You know,
It's possible that he had more.
it's I don't know. It's creepy. It's definitely like I'm all normal and everything, but there's still when there's like older men around and even like friends and that I know, it's still in the back of my mind is like I don't know what you're capable of, you know?
Do you feel kind of like uneasy with them now? Like you just kind of you're almost like so aware that, you know, even if they're a bit older or something and they match, do you know what I mean? Like
Not even that they like match what he looked like, just like the older guys. I'm like normal and I'm fine and I can like be normal and not think about it, but then every now and again it just crosses my mind like you never know. Like you don't know.
no, well you don't, do you?
No, you really don't, because no one knew.
I'm probably making a bigger deal out of this than I need to, but it does stick with me. The way Aria can feel uneasy around older men now, And I think it's because it's kind of the thing I was the most afraid of happening after the incident. That it might change her, make her less trusting and carefree. And I guess, in general, just take away her innocence.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to think too far on that, you know?
What is it?
I was saying that we used to, like, the office, we'd shout each other's lunch. Like, you know, one day someone would go get everyone lunch and the next day someone else would. And there would be days that he would shout everyone lunch or something. And I just don't want to think too far into that, you know?
Yeah, no, that's horrendous.
Yeah.
That dude for sure would have just been like beating into your sandwich, just like
Jesus.
Okay, so maybe I overstated my concerns for Aria a little bit.
beating it so hard that he's like literally had like bleeding foreskin.
Oh, stop
Like,
it.
looking
Oh
at
my
looking at
God.
you. Like it's like
What the hell?
it is funny in a fucked up way.
It's just hard to stay too concerned when there's such epic comedy gold to work with.
It's the day that it happened, I had to have Riggins watch me shower because I just felt so uncomfortable in the shower the day that it happened.
Oh.
Because I kept looking at the glass shower and going,
As a practical joke, next time you visit, I'm going to put a picture collage in the shower.
What if she has a little, like, freak
with a
out?
bottle of lubricant. or
I
something.
might have, you don't know how I'm going to react to that.
But unsurprisingly, of all the humorous takes to be had, the one that stands out above the rest came from Dad.
I told Dad.
Oh yeah.
God, he was making some fucking weird comments.
Like what?
Like, he's like, oh, this is so terrible, but I'm so proud that you're such a lovely girl that could make someone want to do that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my, that is so bad.
It's so bad. I said, what the fuck, Dad? That's disgusting. I said, this is not on me at all.
It's the opposite of what I was saying to you, right? I'm like, it's not about you. This doesn't change anything about you. It's separate from you. And he's like, yes, this is entirely on you.
I know. And then he's like, and then he also said, he goes, oh, it just shows how much of a gorgeous girl you are. I'm like, what? What the fuck, Dad? Like, this is not the stuff you say to women who have gone through anything like this.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh man, that is terrible.
It's terrible, right?
Oh Jesus.
I'm so proud of you. What? What do you mean?
Did he say proud?
Yes.
I'm so proud of you for having a stalker. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
Oh, that is the best. Oh, that's one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard.
As amusing as all of this is, I've just realised that I've gone and skipped way ahead and neglected to finish the story that I started. The story that began when Aria burst into her pervert co-worker's apartment all those months ago. But I'll do my best to fill in all the gaps and details about what happened next. Now.
Well, I didn't open the door. It was the real estate, and they thought he was dead initially, but then they saw him breathing, and then I said, don't worry, Rick, an ambulance is coming, you're going to be okay. And then he started, like, I don't know, huffing and groaning and trying to move.
That would have been a full erection he would have just got when he heard your voice next.
What the fuck?
Stop.
It would have been...
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's what he was waiting for.
I was thinking more absolute terror because I'm going to find everything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you go in there and if you've got...
Like, his last moments were absolute terror because he's been found out.
Yeah.
Or like absolute ecstasy. Like it's like his dream was that you're there beside him and then...
Get out. Oh, God.
Fuck.
Yeah, but he knows, like, as soon as you walk in that door, if you look up, you're going to see his bedroom and a picture of you.
It's wild, man.
And that's exactly what happened.
But then it's dead crazy that you went in there and you were like, oh, that's a picture of me. That's weird. Kind of not thinking anything.
No, it was
like thinking
weird.
it's weird, but not...
It was more, okay, it's one picture. Let's like he's dying, let's deal with that first and then go through the consequences. Because in my mind, I was like, how the hell am I going to tell this to my boss? Because I'm not sure if I want to be near him anymore. But, it's like one picture, let's deal with this later. And then it wasn't just one picture, it was
Several pictures.
Yeah.
So he's probably trying to like talk or trying to get up or something to stop you from going in, right? Because he doesn't want you to see all that.
It definitely looked like he was trying to get up and trying to be like,
Don't come in,
Yeah.
don't come in, kind of like, oh.
yeah. But he couldn't because he was, half his body was dead.
That's so bad.
And he was just in his underwear.
Ugh.
And I know what you're wondering, because it's the same question that everyone asks me when I tell them this part of the story. You want to know if he died.
So he went to hospital and then he has a DNR on his record, so do not resuscitate. And so the hospital and the family left him to whatever was going to happen. So whether he came out of it or he died, it was just going to let nature take its course.
And of course, he did die.
And so the police were actually contacting, like they called me and said we can't actually serve him with an AVO because he's actually half brain dead.
But it wasn't a nice, neat death, like I think many of us were expecting.
He wouldn't even have the capacity to understand if we were giving him an AVO if he did end up waking up.
How long did he last?
2 weeks.
And 2 weeks might not sound like much, but when that time is spent questioning your own moral compass, and whether you want to root for a sick old man to live or die, you can rest assured it's plenty long enough.
When he was in hospital in a coma, did you want him to die?
No, I just didn't. It was more, I knew I didn't have to deal with any of it, and I sort of just wanted it all to be over, however it happened. But majority of friends and co-workers were all rooting for him to die. Regans actually didn't want him to die because he wanted him to face the shame and embarrassment of doing this to me. He wanted him to get his comeuppance. And I was like, well, he did kind of get his comeuppance. He was dying on the ground for hours and hours. So
I wanted him to die, but only because I didn't want you to have to deal with whatever it was of getting him out of the workplace and stuff like that. I knew that was going to be...
he was let go immediately, which was fantastic.
But he still would have been around. I don't know. It's just that thing. Like
He wouldn't have been allowed to come to the workplace.
But he still lives in the same town as you. Like he'll be around.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you, Ellie? Did you want him to die?
Initially, I had mixed feelings because I was the same. I was like, I don't know whether I want him to die or live, because if he lived, he would have had to face the consequences and actually been put in jail or punished for doing something like that. But then on the other hand, I was like, it's better off if he does die because that way it's closure for Aria. She doesn't have to worry about him.
But as confusing as all of this was for us being people who had a reason not to like Rich, imagine how hard it must have been for the people who loved him.
Yeah, so the sister ended up calling my boss, crying after they'd found all the photos, and I'd asked my boss, can you please tell them that they have to destroy all the photos and anything on the computer and everything? But she said that they just found emails and emails of him sending photos from his phone to his email to print them off.
That's weird that she told them that.
Well, maybe she was upset about it.
And it seemed that even in death, the impact of Rich's newly uncovered indiscretions lived on.
I was actually going over my old messages, and came across the picture. I think it was the Facebook funeral page.
Oh, yeah.
Because it had in the obituary part of it, it had that he was a gentleman or something. Obviously, they hadn't found out what he'd done.
A true gentleman.
Far out, that's so crazy.
Yeah, you'd feel awful after you found out.
Yeah.
But word got around quite quick, and I wanted to see who went to his funeral, and they posted the whole video up. And there was only 10 people at his funeral, which is crazy because he'd lived here his entire life. He was born here. But in the end there's only about 10 people, and they're all family members, I guess. And my old boss was there.
On face value, Aria's old boss attending the funeral shouldn't be a big surprise, considering that Rich had worked for him for over 20 years.
And I think that's why he never called me after. And I thought we had like an all right relationship, but he never called or messaged or anything after.
And even this doesn't seem too unusual. He probably just felt awkward about the whole thing.
And last week he came in and he was very weird with me. I think it was almost like he was ashamed or something.
But does he have something to be ashamed of? Before you answer that question, maybe listen to what comes next.
How bad it got, or how, I don't know. It's such a weird
It's
thing.
bad.
It is
It's
bad.
Obsessions like that you see in like the true crime, they escalate and it mightn't have been anytime soon, but maybe a few years down the track he might have just lost it and something bad could have happened.
Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, because he could have just, he's already following around, taking pictures, God knows where.
Well,
like...
that's the thing is I would go like to site measures in his car with him.
Man, if you put a black light on that car, it would have lit up like a Christmas tree for sure.
Do you know? Oh.
Well, he got caught about 8 years ago before I started working there, doing that in the office.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Oh, that's right.
My coworker told me he actually had gotten caught, but because my old boss had known him for 20 years, they let him off with a warning, but he'd actually brought a USB full of porn to work and then hidden in the back office and was doing stuff. And then the old boss's
When you
sister,
said doing stuff, was he beating off?
Oh, jeez.
yes, he was beating off.
Okay,
Fucking
sorry,
hell.
just clarify.
Do you need the details? Come on.
I do.
He said he's doing stuff. You know what he's doing, right?
I don't know
Jeez.
what he's doing.
And then
because he worked for 20 years. He worked at the same job,
29 years, I think.
and they caught him jacking it in the office, and never fired him.
But I suppose, like, they can't really do that, can they? Like, from, I suppose, a boss's kind of perspective, they
Well,
wouldn't.
they should have fired him.
Yeah, they could easily fire him.
Instant fireable offence.
They should have fired him, absolutely.
It's because it's the old school guys. They just like, oh, boys.
Yeah.
But they did get shitty apparently. But it's fireable. I can't believe they didn't warn the women that worked there. And it was the old boss's sister that saw him do that. They found him.
And it's not just this one red flag either. There were other things too, like strange discoveries involving the ladies' bathroom.
Must have been something.
Yeah.
And also, one day, my coworker walked out and they'd found his glasses in the girls' toilets.
Yeah, that's
His reading glasses.
That's
Oh.
100%. He's like, why would his reading glasses be in the girls' toilets?
I don't know.
Because he's sick.
You do know.
Like he got there early one morning and the toilet wasn't locked, so he went in there.
Does he get there early?
Yeah, he would sometimes he'd be the first there or the last to leave in the afternoon or something.
Okay, and so what do you think he was doing in there?
Beating off, like you want to say, Jesus.
Man, who knows what he was doing? He's probably fucking They put cameras and stuff in there?
It
Like,
could have escalated to that.
Until this recording, Aria had never told me about the glasses story, and I think it's because she didn't really believe it herself. In fact, she liked Rich, and in typical Aria fashion, chose to ignore all the gossip and see the best in him, right up until the truth slapped her in the face.
like literally the first recording, I say to you, are you going to be upset if this guy dies? And you're like, yes, he's a lovely guy. I'll be really upset. So it's funny because you said he was a lovely guy and that was your opinion, but I, for a long time, have thought this guy was an asshole.
Yes, you have.
And I'm not here to play the I told you so game, but even having never met this guy, I knew something was off from the stories that Aria had told me about
He
him.
had like really bad breath. Like his teeth were absolutely fucked. And it was the sort of breath that he could be sitting on the other side of the room and you could smell it. It was very, very bad.
The way you described it when you first told me about it was that, like, literally, if he came into a room, everybody in the entire office knew he was there because you could smell him, like his breath immediately.
Well, I used to close the doors in between offices so it didn't go into my office. But then when you'd walk into the middle office, you could just smell it. I felt bad for the people in there, but I wasn't going to deal with that.
And he knew about it, right? Like he'd been talked to about it before.
Yes, it was an ongoing thing.
Was it like a disciplinary thing? Like, I mean, hygiene in the workplace is an important thing. If I had a coworker there who smelled like shit, I would tell them about it.
The old boss would mention it when it started getting really bad. But I think everyone just built this tolerance up for it. But I did not build a tolerance. I was not.
But you did build up a tolerance for it, because I would tell you this guy sounds like a fucking disgusting, horrible person who's making everyone's lives around him more difficult. He should be fired, and you'd be like, oh, he's just a poor, lonely old man. Like, that's what you'd say.
I just feel like bad for people, like, because he was just this lonely old guy. He wasn't even that old. He was only around 50. But he looked much older. But he'd never married. He'd never had a girlfriend. He didn't date.
But that's all of his own making. Like, he's the one who's letting himself get to this point where he is disgusting and off-putting. So I don't know, why does he deserve sympathy for that? Like, he's caused this.
He was petrified of the dentist.
Yeah, but so that shows that there's a mental problem there.
Lots of people are afraid of the dentist.
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't, but fear of the dentist is an irrational fear.
It's a very common thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not, but the thing is that he's choosing his own comfort over everyone else's. I feel like it's a reflection of a narcissistic tendency, which shows what type of person he is. And before the hate mail starts flying, I want everyone to know that I don't think that everyone who has halitosis is a narcissist. Although, in many cases, I do think that they are deeply inconsiderate. But in this case, I think it's pretty clear. And the most definitive argument that I have in my favour is that Rich did end up overcoming his dentophobia, but only when it directly affected him.
Well, so things did change. When he had his second heart attack, they basically were like, you need to fix your teeth. And so he went and got all of his teeth pulled out, bar 2, and he got a set of fake teeth.
So he could fix it.
And everyone was in the office was so excited for him.
They're excited for themselves because it meant that there was no more smell, right?
Yes.
And so did that completely fix the smell then?
Yes.
Oh, so it was literally just teeth.
It was the teeth.
This might be a result of me consuming way too much true crime. But I found myself hooked on the idea that Rich's bad breath was a reflection of his corrupt mental state. It sounds like a serial killer backstory to me. Like, they always have some kind of issue, that... After all, Richard Ramirez and Tien Kit Lee, aka the bad breath rapist, were both sexual predators known for their poor dental hygiene. This person always smelt bad, or this person had this. Like, it's like the rotting inside of him was so deep that it was actually coming out of his mouth, to the point where he just had 2 teeth left in his head. And I was certain that with a little time spent researching, I'd be able to prove my thesis. And at the same time, maybe even help Aria find some closure. And after several nights of investigation, I was keen to share my findings with my youngest sister. Yeah, so since the last time I spoke to you, I went down this long path doing research on bad breath.
You love it.
But before I get to the really interesting stuff, I just want to first just clarify. So the bad breath was connected to his health problems, right? Like his heart attack.
Well, after the second heart attack, they said he needs to get his teeth fixed because it's contributing to it. Yes.
Okay, and so he had the bad breath before everything else. Is that right?
He did, because so a friend has known him since she was a child. He was her dad's best friend, so she's known him, and she said he has had bad breath since she can remember. It's never not been a bad breath.
So that's super interesting. Because when I looked into my hypothesis, which was that he had such bad mental health and horridness inside of him that it caused him to have that bad breath. But instead, everything that I read went the opposite way, saying that the bad breath can be the genesis of mental disorders. The most common one, which is being social anxiety disorder. And some of the symptoms of social anxiety disorder are self-esteem. Do you think that he had self-esteem issues?
Yeah, he definitely was very quiet. He didn't talk very much, and he was very introverted.
A big one is isolation disorder as well. So they isolate themselves. Was that a thing you saw?
Yeah, I think so. Like, he just didn't really talk to anyone at work. He was very, isolated from everyone, even though we were in a like, well, he was in an office with other people. He wouldn't talk to anyone else.
It also has depression as one of the symptoms, but depression's hard to describe because it's such a blanket term.
I would be unhappy if my breath smelled like that.
Well, and that's the thing is I really wanted to blame him for having bad breath and blame him for being a pervert. But then the more I found was the bad breath might have caused him to be a pervert. But if he does have social anxiety disorder, which is it seems like he does, the research shows that it's linked to compulsive sexual behavior disorder.
I know this sounds like I'm reaching.
And I actually thought that was stupid.
And believe me,
to think that.
I thought it sounded far-fetched too at first. But once I started looking into the signs and symptoms of compulsive sexual behavior disorder, everything seemed to fit into place.
Here they go. So the first one is you have repeated and intense sexual fantasies, urges, and behaviors that take up a lot of your time and feel as if they're beyond your control. I mean, that could be something that's going on. Here's another one. You feel driven and have frequent urges to do certain sexual behaviors and then feel a release of the tension afterwards, but also feel guilt or deep regret. I mean, that's like you talked about finding glasses in the toilet, right?
Yeah.
This guy could have been like rage jacking off in the girl's toilet and feeling like terrible about it afterwards.
You should.
Right. Okay. So the next one is use compulsive sexual behavior as an escape from other problems such as loneliness, depression, anxiety, or stress. The guy had a picture of you, your wedding photo, up above his bed that he was like sleeping under, probably like imagining his like happy life with you as a wife or something.
Oh my God. Fuck that. Jesus fucking Christ.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, the next one, you continue to engage in sexual behaviors in spite of them causing serious problems. These could include the possibility of getting or giving someone else a sexually transmitted infection, the loss of important relationships, trouble at work.
Trouble at work.
Trouble at work.
Yeah.
Financial issues or legal problems. I mean, this is straight up. This is him.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
It is, right? Like, if you think about it, if his bad breath caused him to have social anxiety disorder, and then over time that festered and turned into compulsive sexual behavior disorder, which then pushed him to participate in riskier and riskier sexual activities to get gratification, then do you not see a direct line from bad breath to full-on sexual perversion?
Yeah. Yeah. Get your teeth fixed, people out there.
That's the thing.
And having finally whittled my way down to this final conclusion, I had just one question left for Aria.
Because I thought maybe that telling you about this and letting you know that maybe there's this possibility that Rich had bad breath that led to these other disorders that led him to do what he did. Not that I think that you are messed up or anything. You seem completely fine, but I don't know. I thought maybe that having that knowledge might make things easier for you in some way, maybe make you able to let go of things, or I don't know. I guess the question is knowing this, does it change the way that you feel about Rich or what Rich did?
No.
Okay.
No, you always have the opportunity to better yourself. And how long did he choose not to better himself? How long? What, 40 years or something? 30, 40 years?
I mean, you're right. I mean, that's right.
No, he's very selfish. He only got it fixed when it was like life or death.
This response from Aria is an unexpected one. She's always been the one to make excuses for bad behavior, to explain away people's shortcomings with the most charitable interpretation. But not this time. This time, she wanted this lonely, deceased old pervert to be held accountable for his hurtful actions. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. I know I've been struggling to find a conclusion to this episode, because I don't think that there is an ending to this story. What happened is now and forever going to affect the way that Aria thinks and acts, and even the way she feels. And that's sad. Sad that a piece of that trusting, carefree little optimist that I grew up with is gone forever now. But on the other hand, now she's been replaced with version 2.0, And maybe this model's an upgrade, because she's a little wiser and a little safer and a little better equipped to protect herself from the predators out there. And so perhaps that's something to be thankful for. Either way, good or bad, I think there is one takeaway from this whole deranged ordeal that we can all unite on, which is this: developing and maintaining a sound oral hygiene routine is something of the utmost importance. And to repeat Aria's words of wisdom from earlier,
Get your teeth fixed, people out there.
next time on Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire.
You'll understand when we get there.
Okay.
So to like preface this, my mom is a career stripper.
Okay.
Okay.
To this
lifelong.
day?
No, because now she's a sugar baby, but she doesn't even have to do that because he died in July. So she's set. She is set right now. She just got insurance money.
This is a big start. That's a very big start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's like she took it and she ran with it and made it a career.
Wow.
And yeah, so I like grew up in a strip club. Like I have pictures of me at like age 5 having had my hair and makeup done by the makeup artist after being sick from school and not being able to go to the babysitter because I'd get her kids sick. So my mom took me to the strip club and I would just like sit under the makeup artist's desk and have my hair and makeup done and put on stripper clothes. And I have like pictures of me as a baby stripper.
Oh my god.
So
that's really messed up.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Walking on Eggshells with an Emotional Vampire is recorded, edited, and produced by me, Lucas Shaw. Thanks for listening.